The Unknown Citizen by W.H. Auden to JS07M378. This marble monument is erected by the state. He was found by the Bureau of Statistics to be one against whom there was no official complaint, and all the reports on his conduct agree that in the modern sense of the old-fashioned word, he was a saint. For in everything he did, he served the greater community. Except for the war, till the day he retired, he worked in a factory and never got fired, but satisfied his employers, Fudge Motors Inc. Yet he wasn't a scab or odd in his views, for his union reports that he paid his dues. Our report on his union shows it was sound, and our social psychology workers found that he was popular with his mates and liked their drink. The press are convinced that he bought a paper every day and that his reactions to advertisements were normal in every way. Policies taken out in his name prove that he was fully insured, and his health card shows he was once in hospital but left it cured. Both producers' research and high-grade living declare he was fully sensible to the advantages of the installment plan and everything necessary to the modern man. A phonograph, a radio, a car, and a Frigidaire. Our researchers into public opinion are content that he held the proper opinions for the time of the year. When there was peace, he was for peace. When there was war, he went. He was married and added 5 children to the population, which our eugenist says was the right number for a parent of his generation. And our teachers report that he never interfered with their education. Was he free? Was he happy? The question is absurd. Had anything been wrong, we should certainly have heard. Now let us study the summary of the poem. Conformity and dehumanization in modern society. The Unknown Citizen critically examines the impact of societal norms on individual identity. The poem highlights how the protagonist's life is meticulously regulated and lacks individuality, emphasizing the dehumanizing effects of conformity in contemporary society. Government's ideal citizen. The poem portrays a satirical monument erected in honor of the unknown citizen, emphasizing how government and societal institutions value predictability and conformity over genuine individuality. The protagonist is celebrated not for personal achievements, but for adhering to prescribed norms, reflecting on the government's perception of an ideal citizen. The struggle between identity and societal expectations. The Unknown Citizen delves into the tension between maintaining one's unique identity and succumbing to societal expectations that an individual might feel. The poem prompts reflection on the consequences of blindly conforming to societal norms, raising questions about the sacrifice of personal identity in the pursuit of societal approval. Themes of unremarkable lives and unseen consequences. The poem suggests that an outwardly unremarkable life, when scrutinized, reveals the unseen consequences of societal conformity. It challenges the notion of success and prompts the audience to contemplate the true cost of living a life dictated by societal expectations, ultimately questioning the value society places on individuality. Now let us study the key themes of the poem. Conformity. The unknown citizen employs satire to critique the unquestioning conformity of the titular character to societal norms. The poem suggests that the citizen, by adhering rigidly to prescribed norms without questioning them, becomes a symbol of how society places a higher value on compliance than on individuality. The celebration of the citizen is not based on personal achievements or uniqueness, but rather on extent to which he conforms to societal expectations, reflecting a commentary on the pressure to conform prevalent in modern society. Dehumanization. The poem paints a picture of citizens' life reduced to mere statistics and data, highlighting the dehumanizing effects of living in a bureaucratic and overly regulated society. The emphasis on the citizen's conformity results in a loss of personal identity as he is viewed through the lens of numbers and metrics. This dehumanization underscores the poem's critique of a society that values efficiency and conformity at the expense of recognizing the intrinsic humanity of its citizens. Government surveillance. A significant theme of The Unknown Citizen is the portrayal of the government as an entity closely monitoring and assessing the actions and behaviors of its citizens. The poem suggests a pervasive surveillance where individuals are scrutinized and judged based on their ability to conform to societal expectations. The government's role in reducing citizens to mere data points underscores a cautionary commentary on the potential dangers of excessive governmental control and surveillance in eroding personal freedom and individual expression. Loss of individuality. The unknown citizen, as presented in the poem, undergoes a profound loss of individuality. Stripped of personal characteristics and reduced to a generic representation of an ideal citizen, he becomes interchangeable with any other conforming member of society. This loss of individual identity serves as a stark warning against the dangers of societal pressures to conform, suggesting that the quest for an ideal citizen may come at the expense of unique qualities that make individuals human. The poem prompts reflection on the consequences of surrendering personal identity in the pursuit of societal approval and the potential homogenization of a population in the process. Now, let us start the stanza-wise analysis of this poem. First stanza. He was found by the Bureau of Statistics to be one against whom there was no official complaint, and all the reports on his conduct agree that in the modern sense of an old-fashioned word, he was a saint, for in everything he did, he served the greater community. Analysis. The opening stanza introducing the unknown citizen as a person with a clean record according to the Bureau of Statistics. No official complaints or negative reports are associated with him. The term saint is used ironically, suggesting that his conformity to societal norms is seen as a form of virtue, but it also hints at the superficiality of such judgments. The unknown citizen is praised for serving the greater community in all his actions, emphasizing his commitment to societal norms. Second stanza. Except for the war till the day he retired, he worked in a factory and never got fired, but satisfied his employers, Fudge Motors Inc., yet he wasn't scab or odd in his views, for his union reports that he paid his dues. Our report on his union shows it was sound. Analysis. His employment history is unblemished. Having worked in a factory until retirement, and he pleased his employers at Fudge Motors Inc. This highlights his reliability and loyalty. The poem emphasizes the lack of individuality in the unknown citizen. From the point of view of his employer, he is neither a troublemaker nor an outsider with unusual views. Reference to paying union dues implies his conformity to group expectations, and the mention of a sound union further reinforces his compliance with exploitative societal and economic structures. Third stanza. And our social psychology workers found that he was popular with his mates and liked a drink. The press are convinced that he bought a paper every day and that his reactions to advertisements were normal in every way. Policies taken out in his name prove that he was fully insured, and his health card shows he was once in the hospital but left it cured. Analysis. The poem continues to list attributes that align with societal expectations of an average citizen. He is depicted as sociable, enjoying a drink with his friends. The mention of buying a daily newspaper and reacting normally to advertisements reflects his engagement with mainstream media that is controlled by the interest of the government and capitalists. Along with this, the newspapers also allure people toward consumer culture with their eye-catching and desire-inducing advertisements. Insurance policies taken out in his name further contribute to the idea that he adhered to standards of responsible adult behaviors promoted by the government reluctant to spend on the welfare of its citizens. An insured citizen will be forced to pay for these schemes as he will not get benefits from the government when he needs them. On the other hand, he would provide money to insurance companies to invest in the market. The reference to the health card implies that the unknown citizen was not a burden on the health infrastructure. Fourth stanza. Both producers' research and high-grade living declare he was fully sensible to the advantages of the installment plan and had everything necessary to the modern man: a phonograph, a radio, a car, and a frigidaire. Analysis. The mention of the installment plan suggests his economic stability and participation in consumer culture, having everything deemed necessary for the modern man. The list of possessions further emphasizes the material aspects of the unknown citizen's life, typical of the consumer culture of the time. Fifth stanza. Our researchers into public opinion are content that he held the proper opinions for the time of year. When there was peace, he was for peace. When there was war, he went. Analysis. Public opinion researchers found that he conformed to the prevailing views of each season, aligning his opinions with the circumstances of peace or war. Sixth stanza. He was married and added 5 children to the population, which our eugenist says was the right number for a parent of his generation, and our teachers report that he never interfered with their education. Analysis. The mention of marriage and the number of children aligns with societal norms and expectations for family life during his generation. Eugenics is the study of or belief in the possibility of improving the human race by selective breeding, often with the aim of promoting desirable traits and eliminating undesirable ones. In the context of the unknown citizen, the term is used to highlight states' interest in controlling and shaping the population to fit a certain ideal. Seventh stanza. Was he free? Was he happy? The question is absurd. Had anything been wrong, we should certainly have heard. Analysis. The concluding line reinforces the poem's satirical tone. It suggests that if there were any deviations from the norm, or if the unknown citizen had failed to conform, the authorities would have taken notice, further highlighting the lack of true individuality. Now, let us discuss the structure and style of the poem. Rhyme. The Unknown Citizen by W. H. Auden has a unique rhyme scheme that varies throughout the poem. The poem is written in free verse, meaning that it does not follow a consistent rhyme scheme or meter. However, there are some instances of rhyme and near rhyme. The poem often has irregular patterns of rhyme with lines that rhyme sporadically. The lack of strict rhyme scheme contributes to the conversational and reflective tone of the poem, allowing Auden to explore various themes and ideas without being constrained by a rigid structure. While there are instances of rhyme in the poem, it is essential to note that Auden's primary focus is on the content and the message he conveys, and the irregular rhyme scheme complements the overall style and tone of the poem. Meter. The poem is composed in iambic pentameter, a rhythmic pattern consisting of 5 iambs, pairs of syllables with the stress on the second syllable, per line. This meter creates a sense of order and regularity, reinforcing the theme of societal control and regulation. The use of iambic pentameter gives the poem a formal tone, aligning with the structured nature of the unknown citizen's life. The regularity of the meter reflects the monotony and conformity present in the citizen's existence, contributing to the overall tone and message of the poem. Irony. Irony is a central literary device employed in The Unknown Citizen to convey the poet's critical perspective on societal values. The poem ironically celebrates the life of the unknown citizen, who is portrayed as an ideal conformist. The irony lies in the disconnection between the regulated, seemingly successful life of the citizen and the qualities that truly make an individual known and understood. While the poem presents the citizen as an exemplary figure, the celebration is hollow, revealing the superficial nature of societal judgments and expectations. The contrast between the apparent praise and the lack of true understanding creates a powerful critique of a society that values conformity over genuine human connection and individuality. The irony invites readers to question the standards by which individuals are judged and celebrated, prompting reflection on the complexities of true human recognition and understanding. Symbols and motifs. Monument. The monument erected in honor of the unknown citizen functions as a powerful symbol within the poem, representing societal expectations and the rigid conformity necessary to be deemed a model citizen. The monument is a tangible manifestation of the societal ideal, emphasizing that conformity is not only expected but also celebrated to the point of immortalization. It underscores the idea that societal values are not based on individual achievements or personal qualities, but on the extent to which one adheres to prescribed norms. The monument in its permanence serves as a stark reminder of the societal pressure to conform and the consequences of sacrificing individuality for the sake of fitting into a predetermined mold. Statistics and data. The pervasive use of statistics and data throughout the poem is a poignant literary device that symbolizes the reduction of human life to quantifiable measures. The constant mention of numerical details, such as the number of union memberships and the efficiency of the citizens' records, underscores the dehumanizing effects of bureaucracy and societal regulation. By presenting the citizen's life in terms of measurable data points, the poem critiques a system that values efficiency over humanity, reducing individuals to mere statistics in the relentless pursuit of societal conformity. This representation of human life as data emphasizes the impersonal and mechanized nature of a society that prioritizes qualitative measures at the expense of genuine human experience. Smile. The repeated reference to the unknown citizen's happy smile serves as a poignant irony within the poem. While the smile is presented as a positive attribute, it becomes ironic in the context of the overall critique. The irony lies in the superficial nature of societal assessments and expectations. The poem suggests that the smile, though deemed desirable by society, is merely a facade, a surface-level indicator that does not reflect the true complexities and emotions of the individual. This irony underscores the hollowness of societal judgments based on external appearances, prompting readers to question the validity of such assessments and the deeper, unseen aspects of human experience that are overlooked in the pursuit of conformity. So this was the detailed critical analysis of the poem The Unknown Citizen. If you have any doubts or questions, you can ask in the comments section. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other poem. Until then, goodbye and thank you.